So my dude's Valk here, and today we're going to be looking at the Honey Hunter page of Genshin. Honey Hunter page of Shenhe, and I'm going to be telling you guys exactly what she does and what I think of her. And I've read this before, I don't think she's as bad as people make her out to be. So I want to talk about it, and hopefully we can, come to some sort of agreement and understanding based on what she does. So you can see here, she has kind of a mediocre base attack stat. While ascending with attack percent, there's a reason for that. You're going to build her really attack heavy. Just the way she works and the way she functions. You can see she has a new little talent mat because Inkonomiya, obviously. There's a new boss material for her. There's going to be new bosses in Inkonomiya, as you guys know from the 2.4 trailer. I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything talking about that. But we're going to talk about everything else. And if you guys haven't already noticed, your boy is upgrading. We are upgrading in this world. Like I said before in other videos, her multipliers at level 10 are actually nothing crazy. They're actually pretty low as far as normal attack goes. If we were to open, I don't know, let's just go. Xiao, Honey Impact, compare her to Xiao, who's also another polearm user. We'll be able to compare almost immediately. Yes, it's Bing. I know, we're using Bing right now. We haven't set it up to Google. They got me on Bing. But you can see Xiao has a combined. He has 102. Combined right here is 108, I believe. Right? No, 98. Math is hard. 122. You can see it's way higher than her because she's meant to be a support mostly. She's mostly meant to just be a support. That's really all she is. Chart attack is 218 for her. She actually has a higher chart attack than Xiao. But here's the main thing. Now, a lot of this is going to take testing because I'm not entirely sure exactly how the Icy Quill stuff works, even though it does explain it. But whenever she presses, she rushes forward with her Talisman Spirit. I think it's in the trailer. Let's try to find it whenever she uses it. There we go. Those are her normals. She should use her skill here in a second. See, that I think is her hold. That's her ult. That's, okay, see that little dash you just did right there? This little dash here. That is her tap skill. If you look for this little dash whenever she's doing this, that's her tap skill. So, whenever she rushes forward and deals cryo damage to enemies along the path, it has a decent, well, not really. It's a pretty crappy multiplier, considering the 10-second cooldown. That's kind of crazy. Commands the Talisman Spirit to deal AoE cryo damage, like I said before. It was this move right here. Let's go back in the trailer some. It was this little move right here. That. See how it like did the little boom right there? We go back a little bit, hit play again. You can see the move one more time. Boom, that move right there. So that is the hold skill, and it does 340% damage, which is an okay multiplier. That one's okay, but it's a 15-second cooldown, which isn't exactly worth. Now we get into the confusing part of her, and the one part that I really want to test. I don't know if I'll get her right away. If I do get her, it'll be once I, get my paycheck. Something I had to pay for all these upgrades somehow. I don't have money for conchas right now. But whenever I get my paycheck, I might get her just to test all this. When normal charge and plunging elemental skills deal cryo damage to opponents, the damage dealt is increased based off Shenhe's current attack. So, her current attack, which remember what I said, that attack's a big thing for her, it's going to give her a lot more damage dealt. She's not really going to be worrying too much about scaling damage, she's just going to be building a ton of attack. The Icy Quill's effects will be cleared once its duration ends after being triggered a certain number of times. When one cryo damage instant strikes multiple enemies, the effect is triggered multiple times based on the number of enemies hit. The number of times the effect is triggered is calculated independently for each party member with the Icy Quill. See, this is the confusing part to me. I don't like... The number of times the effect is triggered is calculated independently for each party member with the Icy Quill. So does each party member's own stacks happen? Like, I'm really confused on why this is worded like that. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding something, but that's one of the things I want to test. Other than that, the way this basically functions is anytime you deal cryo damage, any instance of cryo damage, she's going to increase the damage you deal based off her attack. So she's going to be good, really good support with Ganyu, mostly Ganyu. There's also a little bit of support with Eula, but we'll get into that in a minute. And now her ult. Now we showed her ult, it's like right after this, if I remember right. Yeah, that's her ult animation right there. We just passed it. Let's go back one. See that? That's her little ult animation right there. She summons a little clone and sets up like a zone. Unleashes the power of the Talisman Spirit, allowing it to roam free in this plane, dealing AoE cryo damage. The Talisman Spirit then creates a field and increases cryo res and physical res of the opponents within it. This is why I said good with Eula, and I'll explain more in a minute. The way of the Adepti is not defined, only by blah 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 blah. Okay, so you can see it has a really low multiplier because it deals like tick damage over it. I wonder if they show like the actual like fighting inside of it. The answer is no, they don't. So basically what it does is it deals like it's like Kazuha's ult, right? Like, let's go back a little bit. I'm sure you can see she leaves like a little field up. You can see about a circle at her feet, right? Let's go here. It's right after this. Does that. Alright, you see how the wind, how the like swirls pop up, kind of like Kazuha's ult? Those keep ticking, and the Talisman Spirit appears inside of it to deal damage. Just straight up like slashes of damage. Talisman Spirit then creates a field, cryo, and fizz res, yeah. So res decreased by up to 15% for fizz res. It's actually pretty big, and cryo res, so like I said, once again, really good with Ganyu. This is the initial skill damage of 181, and this is the procs I was talking about with 59.62. It's really low. I'm pretty sure it's lower than the Raiden Shoguns, actually. Raiden Shogun, honey. I'm pretty sure it's lower than Raiden Shoguns, actually. Let's see. Level 10. Level 10? 75.6. It actually is. It's crazy. But it's really low on purpose because she's not meant to deal damage, I'll let you know. She really isn't. This is where you're really going to be able to tell. Is her passive talents an active character within the field. It gains 50% cryo damage bonus. Once again, she's buffing up Ganyu. Ganyu buff Super Pog. After she uses Spring Spirit Summoning, she will grant all. This is the part where I said she's really good with Eula. She will grant all nearby party members the following effects. Press, which is the dash, elemental skill and elemental burst damage is increased by 15%. So she's reducing Fizz Res by 15% and increasing Elemental Burst by 15%. That's pretty damn good in my opinion. Not everybody's going to agree with me on that. But her hold increases normal charge and plunging attack damage by 15%. You could use her with Xiao in that sense. I don't recommend using her with Xiao. You could actually use her with Kazuha, because Kazuha fully converts his plunging attack into whatever element he's doing. So you would actually be able to take full advantage of the cryo damage as well as the plunging attack damage. And skill damage, you would be able to fully take advantage of this. Kazuha's going to work fantastic with her. And then Spring Spirit Summoning can be used one more time. 2 stacks of her skill is actually going to let you double up and get both of these bonuses. You can do hold and tap. So that would help out a lot. This just gives her a stack to her skill. Divine Maiden's Deliverance lasts 6 seconds longer. Active characters within the skill fields deal 15% cryo crit damage. So that's her ult. People within it, they're going to deal more. But C4 is really where she starts. She's really a C6 unit. It sucks to say that, but I gotta say how it is, you know? When characters under the effect of Icy Quill applied by Shenhe trigger its damage bonus effect, Shenhe will gain a Skyfrost mantra stack. When Shenhe uses Spring Spirit Summoning, she will consume all stacks of Skyfrost mantra, increasing the damage of that Spring Spirit Summoning by 5% for each stack consumed. Max 50 stacks. Stacks last for 60 seconds. So, basically, whenever they trigger her Icy Quill stuff, she just builds up stacks and builds up stacks, and then whenever she uses her skills, whenever she uses a skill, which is the Spring Spirit Summoning, I gotta get used to these names. Whenever she uses this, she's going to deal bonus damage based off the amount of stacks she has, and it goes up to 50 stacks, which 50 times 5. Hey, listen, I'm not the smartest cookie in the bunch, okay? Calculator. Look, this is how we figure it out, right? Look, we do 50 times 5. It's 250, right? I was right, okay. So it goes up to 250% extra damage. Yeah. Increasing the damage of it by 250%. That's pretty damn good. Once again, when characters trigger Icy Quill's effects using normal and charge attack damage, it does not count towards the trigger quota. So this is where she becomes good as at C6, because then you're not burning through your Icy Quill stacks so quick, and you can actually keep them on virtually permanently. And it allows her to actually get a ton of mantra stacks to do a lot of damage. Now, my opinion, 90% of you guys are going to want to skip Shenhe. I think she is actually a pretty good unit, despite what people say. But I can't advertise. I can't like advertise. I can't advocate people summoning for this character whenever there's going to be better options for your team. Unless you run Ganyu or Eula as your main DPS option, you should not be looking at Shenhe at all. Especially whenever you have Ganyu and Xiangmi rerunning. I think Ganyu's a better get than Shenhe because she's a lot more flexible, but Shenhe's really niche inside of her teams, and whenever she's in those teams, she's really good. So I think Shenhe's better than what a lot of other people think. I think there's a lot of reason to actually be excited for her. I know some people, I know specifically some friends that are really want to get her. I want to get her to run her with the Eula team, but like I said, I'm not going to wail out because I don't have the funds for it right now. But yeah, essentially, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think about this new setup in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.